Hey guys, we're down here at Full Tilt Brewing on a Monday night. Football is playing and we are ready to rock. Now, Aaron and I are getting ready to... Hey man, what you doing?
Playing Pac-Man.
You know, we got some stuff we gotta do tonight.
Yeah, I know. I'll get to it.
You know, Pac-Man looks like a pizza with missing a slice.
Don't really care about to beat the high score.
This is why Mrs. Pac-Man left you.
I almost had the high score.
I don't know about that.
Well, I would have if you weren't here bothering me.
Methinks you're trying to cover up the fact that you suck at Pac-Man.
And you think you could do better?
Man, I could beat your high score with the game unplugged.
Care to put a wager on it?
I'll put a wager off it.
What? No. I mean a bet. Do you want to put a bet on it?
Oh. Well, when I win, not if, but when, next round's on you.
And when you lose, not if, but when, the next round is on you.
Fine.
What are we drinking?
What's on tap?
Maybe we should find out.
On this episode of
Hops,
Browns, and Mash. Naked Dan, it's really good to see you guys.
How you doing,
Thanks
man?
so much, man. We really appreciate you taking time to see
out,
us.
man. Good to see you. What's going on? See you.
Guys, tell us, where did the idea for Full Tilt come from?
So Dan and I were first cousins. We knew each other since like day one, essentially. You know, I went to high school, went off to the Navy after high school, came back, and we liked beer. We figured when I came back, I was a little bored. Let's do this. Let's brew it on our own.
So where did the name Full Tilt come from?
You know, when we were home brewing, like Nick said, and like we never missed a week, like we were brewing like pedal to the metal. And really, like I would go back to my regular job and I'd tell my buddy Tom about like what we did over the weekend, and he would be just like, man, that guy's Full Tilt. And that's really like how we've always been, in my opinion. We're from here, and so we have pride in our city, and like we identify with like what makes Baltimore Baltimore, and people like a brand that like identifies with that.
How many beers do you guys make?
And we have 16 draft lines.
That's true.
Yeah.
Different beer on every draft line, that's sure. But they're constantly changing over too. That's one thing we like to see here is that every time you come in here, different lineup of beers.
Not only do you have great full flavored beers that are Full Tilt, you're just gonna have a great time here and you're gonna wanna come back.
Who's Hops the cat?
Hops the cat was my cat. He's no longer with us. To memorialize him, we decided to not make it depressing or cryptic. Let's give him some laser hops, and he's taking over Baltimore.
So you got about 16 plus beers on tap, you said right now. Can we see how some of those are made?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Want to come back with us?
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
We're getting to where the magic happens.
Oh, yes. So for you guys, where does the process kick off when you start your brewery?
In here in the grain room. So this is where you mill the grains in, crushes it down. It's a chain and disc system which picks up the grains and it carries it through these pipes over to the mash tun. So what happens is you drop all the grains into this first tank and you essentially make a tea. And you let it sit in it's approximately 150 degrees. The temperature of that water coming in changes those starches into sugars. And you want those sugars because that's what the yeast ultimately eats and turns into alcohol and CO2.
So that false floor kind of acts as a little bit of a filter?
This makes sure that none of the grain goes through to the next step. We come over here to the boil kettle. This is where we'll boil hops or the wort from anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes, and you add the hops. This is to boil down to the gravity you need, and then you send it over to the fermenters.
And then it goes to the canning and bottling after that.
Actually, next it comes in here. Let's open this up, turn the light on.
Oh, this is cool.
Whoa. But yeah, these are our bright tanks. But the main point of these is carbonating, and then serving, you know, kegging off, canning off, or whatever.
Right.
And but we can
way
also
colder in here.
It's very cold.
Out there.
It's very cold. So let's go back out.
How much beer do you get out of like one full brew?
Well, it's a 15-barrel system, so about 200 cases what we get out of 15 barrels.
Right.
On 12-ounce cans, closer to 150, 160 of 16-ounce cans.
Man.
So you guys are doing your own canning now.
We had this company come in and they set up, this whole place is filled with cans and this whole canning system. and they come in and they can off beer and then they head on their way. It's an amazing situation where we don't have to put up the capital for it.
Right.
We don't have to take our limited space for it, and we still get canned beer out there.
So you've shown us a lot of these different kinds of beers. You guys have been brewing for a lot of years. What would you say is the most challenging thing you've made and maybe the most fun thing that you've made?
Honestly, one of the harder beers to brew is a Pilsner. It is what it is, and if there's a flaw in that thing, if you made a mistake, that comes out.
So that was the most challenging. I got to ask now, what are some of your favorite beers that you've brewed?
Well, so honestly, man, the Hops the Cat, it keeps giving.
I am foaming at the mouth to try this beer.
Yeah, after everything you've talked about, I mean, all the variety.
Well, I feel a little rude too. I'm drinking in front of you guys.
We're making a little tough, but I think it's time to give it a shot.
It's time to catch up, right?
Nick,
All
it's
right,
been
all right.
amazing, man.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for everything.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cheers, man.
Dan, what do you have for us to try?
Well, first we have for you our Hops the Cat IPA, which is basically our flagship beer at this point. It's our #1 seller. It's gonna be nice, it's gonna be juicy, you're gonna get some citrus, a little bit of hop bitterness, but like it's enough balance to keep you going and wanting more and drink it all night long.
Cheers to hops.
All right. That is tasty, man.
Yeah.
That is a broad, robust taste.
But to me, it's a well-balanced IPA, because I'm not a big IPA fan, but I feel like this doesn't punch you in the face too much. It's very balanced. Like, you know it's an IPA in a good way.
Yeah, it's a complete experience. It's what Full Tilt's all about.
All right, so that was definitely a winner. What do you got for us next?
I got our Fudge Cookie Stout. We made it with raw fudge from Charm City Chocolate. Not only that, but we literally took 125 pounds of sugar cookies into the fermenters just to give you that cookie flavor.
The fudge isn't overpowering. It's a compliment to the full-bodied flavor of the beer.
It's got those notes. You're drinking a beer, you want to keep drinking,
Right.
but at the same time, you get the sensation of eating a cookie.
And working with a Baltimore chocolate company, like everything, keeping it in-house, keeping it in the city, like that's so
Yeah,
awesome.
that's what we're all about.
Yeah.
We want to work with local companies as much as we can, keep everything inside the state, inside the city.
All right, so we just came back from the tap, and this is pretty cool. It's the first time we've pulled a beer straight off. It's in the process. What are we trying right now?
We're trying Smell You Later Triple IPA. It's super juicy, super fresh. It's not even all the way done, but it's getting there, and you'll get all the notes that we're gonna get eventually when it's, fully packaged.
And what kind of notes are we looking for in this one?
Your citrus, your grapefruit, and a little bit of sweetness. But it's going to be, super strong. It's upwards of 10% ABV. It's getting you there.
I didn't know what to expect because you said it's still in the process, but it's good. I mean, and it's not even there yet, and I'm already happy with this. You definitely can't taste that it's that high in alcohol yet either. Like, wow.
Yeah, that's what they call good brewing.
Dan, I got to say thank you so much for this, man. This has been great. This stuff has been unbelievable.
Yeah,
Some of the best stuff that I've tried in a long time in a really awesome retro atmosphere. Dude, I can't wait to come back here again.
Thank you, guys. It was so awesome having you out. Like, we can't wait to have you all out again. It was amazing.
Man, that Patterson pumpkin's gonna taste even better when you have to buy another round.
The only thing that can make Hops the Cat taste better would be the sweet taste of victory.
And speaking of victory, here's a guaranteed win. If you want to try some of these amazing brews yourself, you can find plenty at your local liquor store.
But if you want the full experience and a chance to beat my high score, all the information you need, as always, is right below the video.
Right below, like your score to mine.
That's it. It's go time. How the hell is anybody gonna beat that high score?
You want to go play shuffleboard?
Yep.